Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
You are.
In the studio with me?
I can confirm this. You are the Dive Master.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That is
Thank
your
you,
name.
Curly. Appreciate it.
Don't call me
Curly Johnson,
That's not my
CJ.
name.
In the studio with me. ScubaRadio, Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy.
What's going on?
What do you mean,
He's
no?
lost his mind
No,
already.
my name is Michelangelo.
Excuse me?
Oh, you're
My
one of the
name is
Ninja Turtles.
Michelangelo. I am painting. I am
You're-
painting.
I think you'd be better off as a turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
slow as
I am.
he is.
I am. Well, you come
He does-
down here, there, Mr. Frozen Boy.
He needs
He
to.
doesn't know the
Painting
karate
red.
part, but he can eat some pizza, I bet.
You think? I bet you're correct in that regard.
No, I am a painter. I am painting my house.
He is painting his house. Barry the Bugger is not bugging. He's not going for bugs today. He's trying to
Barry
do
the
Scuba
painter.
Radio and paint his house. You could just do both at the same time, though, couldn't you, Barry? You could go outside of your house and just
Right.
bring your phone and let us watch you paint the house.
Yeah, that would look and sound amazing, Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
Horrible idea.
There's one
YouTube,
problem to that, Greg.
Facebook Live, Twitch, everybody could watch him and look over his shoulder and say, "Oh, you missed a spot."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I already missed a few. I had to go back after.
There's a
We're
problem
already
with
getting
that.
comments.
Are we?
Barry is about as interesting as watching paint dry.
Okay. Well, there's only one way to find out for sure.
That's not
That's
nice.
right.
And
I'll
that is
set
to
up my
watch.
camera.
That's not nice.
I think he ought to paint a marine mural on the side of his home.
Well, yeah,
Don't
you
just
offer
paint it.
with David Dunleavy or
No,
something.
no, do it yourself.
I have a better idea.
Me.
Might look like
Have
a
you ever seen me-
kindergartner, artwork on the side of your house, but who
Stick
cares?
figure.
I have
Nah,
a better idea, Greg.
CJ has an idea. Uh-oh.
All right.
I'm gonna expand on your idea.
Which
it's
is?
a good idea with the mural,
Yeah.
but Vinny paints it.
Vinny. Oh, that's right.
Just
We've
tell
seen
him.
his artwork.
Look, you started on this pumpkin. Now
That's right.
this whole
Time for you to
side of Barry's
graduate.
house is your canvas.
with a big giant eye, those strange
Those
looking
googly eyes.
Let him go
Yeah.
nuts. Whatever pops
Big
into his
giant
twisted
Bucky
head.
on the side of
We're
his
gonna
house.
put
Yeah.
we're gonna put Greg on the side of the house.
Okay,
with his
that's
big
fine.
eyes.
You can put me in there with Vinny's
Yeah.
pumpkin. That would be,
Yeah.
a mural dedicated to Scuba Radio on the side of Barry the Bugger's house. I think.
Put some
Painted by
mermaids up
Vinny.
there and all that.
I
Painted by
think it's a natural. It actually should happen. It should be pretty much
If
required.
everybody kicks in a couple of bucks, we can get Vinny's airfare.
Hey,
taken care
I'm
of.
good for $1.
That's not going to do
I'll
it.
buy that for $1. But that's all I
Doesn't
got.
have to be first class, but we got to get him there.
The $1 probably have a rip in it too. By the way, just because I want to get it out of my
Taped
wallet.
up.
Well, you
But-
know a private pilot that'll fly you everywhere. So
Well, it will fly me and CJ.
yeah,
Yeah. Last week we spoke about this. About, the next day, this past Sunday, CJ and I hopped in an airplane here in Orlando, where we're based out of, and flew all the way down to Key West
1163 Zulu.
and got our blackened fish sandwich there at the Waterfront Cafe, and then hopped back in the plane and
I
flew
thought you
back
was
to
going to
Orlando.
Sloppy Joe's.
We walked by it.
We did better. We went to the Hemingway's wine rum
But
tasting.
large.
Yeah, rum
we-
tasting.
Yeah, we saw and we had a little rum tasting. Yes, the pilot did not partake because it's 8 hours bottle to throttle. So
He was good. He was
so
good.
Dennis did not partake, but CJ and I, we were just parasitic drag. We were passengers. We were allowed to indulge and a little concoction or two.
Pull over, Dennis. I got to puke.
Did not happen, Barry.
Wait. You were down in the Keys and you were in drag?
Excuse me?
Yeah, Greg, you missed Fantasy Fest. That was in June, I think.
Yeah, Fantasy Fest is in October, Bubble Boy. Don't you start nasty rumors.
You really missed it.
And but yeah, we went to Papa Pilar's rum distillery, had a sample or two, almost bought some.
I think there was like 4 samples, weren't there?
Yeah, they got 4 different ones. And down
Why didn't you buy any?
I almost did. They had a $100 bottle of rum. I thought, this would be a nice little addendum to the ScubaRadio rum liquor cabinet.
Next time.
And then I thought, actually, how it works is they go and they get you liquored up, and then you end up buying like a couple $100 of booze. And we had a short little window to get our tour in, so we did that. We got liquored up. Hey, let's go eat, and then we'll come back. And after we eat, and we'll pick up a bottle or two, hop back in the plane and go. And while we ate, we kind of sobered up and like, what were we, nuts?
You sobered up. I had more.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I sobered up enough to know, like, hey, wait a minute. I got more of this stuff in the liquor cabinet already. I really don't need to buy any more. Even though they did have one bottle of stuff that you could only get there in Key West. And it's like $100 a bottle. It's the good stuff. And but when I took a pass, give us a reason to go back, right,
Exactly.
CJ? Yeah. So we had that little adventure. We looked at the water. We didn't get into it because we just didn't have enough time. We had to fly back, can't fly and dive, that kind of thing. Bubble Boy, what say you?
Greg, I read a story about Key West while right after you guys were done. I think somebody vandalized the southernmost point. I thought, oh no.
That was right before
Greg,
us.
Yeah.
CJ had too much to drink.
Wasn't
Wrong.
us.
Wasn't you guys?
Nope,
Sure?
nope.
No, and it was already repainted by the time we got there.
Yeah.
So
They repainted, they fixed it up. They had a line next to it. I've seen it many times. CJ, that was the first time for you, right?
No, I've seen it before.
Oh, you had seen that. Okay.
I think I'm some kind of rube.
Well, yeah, duh.
Never gets out.
Everybody
I
knows
love that.
that.
So condescending. Well, you've never done this before. Yes, I have.
We saw that wonderful picture, Greg, you posted of CJ while you were down there.
Which one was that?
The one where he's in the little cutout.
And the one that, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The old Aquaman picture.
I don't even remember
Yeah,
posing for
for
that.
Barry.
That was
Son
after
of
the
a bitch.
cocktails that you guys drank.
Get in there. Get your face in there. Do it. Go do it.
Barry.
No, I don't want to, Greg. No, go do it. Do it.
You look
said-
forced, CJ. You look very forced.
That's one of the best impressions of me I've ever heard.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we immediately took the picture and texted it to Barry. Thinking of
didn't.
you.
I don't have it.
Oh, yes, you do. Everybody else had it. Yeah, we sent it to you.
Look in your folder on your phone labeled favorites.
You may have to.
If it's an iPhone, it's got a little heart.
Yeah. Yeah. The
You may have
truth.
to send that to me
The
again.
truth hurts. Yeah. I don't.
It went immediately over into the spank bank.
Okay, quiet.
Wow.
Anyway, we had a good time, did we not?
We had a
CJ?
great time.
Next time we got to fly down there and actually dive. It was great to be able to zip
We'll have
down
to
to
stay
Key
overnight.
West and fly down there and have lunch, walk around Duval Street for a little bit, and then fly back. But you really got to spend some time down there, especially if you want to do, fit in a dive, maybe go out to the Dry Tortugas or something and visit the fort
Well,
or
the
something.
Tortugas is a day trip.
Yeah.
That is
right.
not. What's his name?
CJ?
Aquaman.
No, that's CJ as
I know.
Aquaman.
Aquaman broke up with his girlfriend.
Oh, so you might have a shot. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know. He and Jerry were having these fights.
She
so
probably found out
All right.
about Barry.
Hey, whatever works for you, Barry. I don't judge. Yeah. But I will tell you, we have some interesting stories that I am going to be a little bit judgmental on today. And they involve one of the most cherished things that swim around in the sea. They get a lot of great press, and I'm starting to wonder if it's a little undeserved because, sharks are kind of like the bald-headed stepchild of the marine environment, are they not? Everybody is afraid of sharks, and as divers, we learn we can swim with them, and they won't bother us really for the most part. But dolphins, on the other hand, can be a little rambunctious and do have some issues that seem to be overlooked. And there's actually a lot more incidents with dolphins probably than there are sharks. They just don't, make the news like a shark incident or attack would. But we have a couple stories today that may change your perception of Flipper forever. I really wonder. I mean, these stories, I've heard little inklings of stories in the past, but these stories that came across my radar this week are a whole nother level. And we're going to get into them a little bit next and find out if they affect you as well. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hey, man. Hey, what are you doing today? I don't know. I was kind of bored. You want to do something cool? Well, like what? We could go scuba dive. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I've never done it before. Well, there's only a few things that you got to do to be good at it, and it's really easy to learn. Here, I'll show you. Come with me.
Okay, everyone, let's get our gear on. Let's go for a dive. Tanks are right here.
Now, to be a scuba diver, it can be so much fun. Making memories and sharing good times in the sun. Descend with the quickness, equalize so you don't pop. To avoid decompression sickness, always make a safety stop. You know, gonna be a scuba diver. Gonna be an underwater survivor. Gonna be a scuba diver.
Well, you're in the right place here at the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy rounding out the crew. And then we got the Dive God, Mr. Neil Watson, with us as well on FaceTime today. Neil, how are you, buddy? What's going on?
I'm doing fantastic, pal. Absolutely. Just thrilled that I'm in South Florida. the Bahamas, where it's nice and warm. I think it was 20 below in Portland, Maine, where my son's at this morning.
Well, there you go.
Yikes.
Yeah, Neil is going to be the first guest we have today who probably has not had COVID, as far as we know. He was sick a couple weeks ago. We thought for sure he had it, but you tested. You weren't positive, but you were just a little under the weather. Is that right, Neil?
Yeah, I was devastated. I didn't have it. I had both shots of the booster.
Yeah.
And I figured, well, COVID, I'll get this out of the way. It won't be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it turned out to be pneumonia, but whatever.
Well, okay, there's that.
Right. I mean, my brother and I, my older brother and I, are the only ones in my entire family that haven't got it.
Go
my
figure.
My brother, my kids, my grandkids, everybody. I hardly know anybody that hasn't got it.
Well, and that's the truth. It's traveling through the dive industry like wildfire right now. And
Well, I haven't got it yet.
well, count your blessings, then, Jerry.
Spring water.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, he is. He followed that advice early on, and replaced the bleach with moonshine, and maybe it's worked for him. I don't know.
Well, he bathes in that stuff.
Well, there's that. That could be that. But Neil, has his operation there in Bimini, which is cranking. A great place to go dive with sharks. And Neil, I don't mean to spring this on you, but we had a couple stories that kind of came across the newswire this week that I'm going to get a little deeper into that involve dolphins and how they might be a little bit more, rambunctious, if that's the right word, than even sharks. And the sharks get all the bad press, but dolphins can be a little challenging at times when it comes to swimming with them and stuff like that. As fun as it can be, you think? Or what do you think?
No, I know. I know. Especially the not the spotted dolphins, but the other ones. The
bottlenose?
Yeah, the bottlenose. Yeah, they can get quite rambunctious and kind of get frisky with the ladies. And
yeah, exactly. That's we've heard these stories over the years that dolphins are actually like the most sexual marine life in the ocean. They're one of the few animals in the sea that actually, get their freak on just for the sake of getting their freak on, not just to procreate. You hear what I'm saying? They do it for pleasure.
They're like Captain Walt with fins.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been reports
at any minute
where dolphins will, they'll do one of those swim with the dolphin programs, and then the dolphins will like corral somebody in the group, male or female, mostly females, it tends to be, and they won't let them back out of the water because the dolphins are like, hey, I can have some fun with this one, and next thing you know, they're like playing with them and stuff. Yeah.
There was one years ago. It was either in Turks or Cayman. I can't remember. And it was named Sandy.
Yeah.
And they had a major issue with this thing. I mean, it wasn't trained or anything, but I mean, women to go snorkeling off of the beach and stuff. And I mean, this guy would have his way with the ladies there, and they didn't know. I mean, obviously they were suggesting killing it and stuff, and of course, everybody, all the people are going crazy with that idea. I don't know what the solution was. Maybe he found a girlfriend.
Well, here's the thing. This research came out this week that I saw that actually says that a female dolphin has the same, private parts as like females. The private parts of a human female and a female dolphin are very, very similar. Now, whoever was doing this research, I kind of question their,
That's more than I want to know.
Exactly. But it was talking about how the female dolphins are anatomically very, very similar to females. And
so now we have to change our waivers for our dolphin excursions in Bimini, right?
I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I mean,
so how many weeks did you research this, Greg?
Well, I just read the story, and I was like, who is the scientist who got behind this effort, to learn this? And, it feels kind of creepy, and, I don't know what the heck to think of it. But it is a thing, and it's a little strange, and it kind of puts dolphins in a different light. And it goes back to that whole argument. Like I said, sharks get all the bad press and dolphins seem to get off easy. And when I say get off easy, I don't mean that.
It's a little pun.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. And
Scuba Radio puns brought to you by Greg.
It's just one of those things that, like, why is this happening? Because there's another story I have where dolphins are being used in Israel, off the coast of Israel, with like guns on their nostrils, and they've trained them to go after, people that shouldn't be in the water, and they can like shoot them or something with some kind of firearm.
They should really have lasers mounted on top.
Well,
of
yeah,
them.
the sharks with lasers on the top of their heads. Yeah, but the dolphins are doing it. They actually are doing this.
Actually, when I was in Seattle last month, I went to like a maritime museum, and it was about all submarines and stuff like that. And they had a huge section in there on the use of dolphins over the years in military.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's really quite amazing.
Right. They're very intelligent, and they're using them in ways that we didn't think possible. But it kind of makes me think that, hey, when I'm in the water and I see a dolphin, should I be a little bit more concerned than when I see sharks? I mean, I'm usually thinking a dolphin. Oh, I want to go up and hug it and get a picture with it and everything.
Don't hug it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Be careful where you touch it. That's for sure.
Now I'm going to wear board shorts instead of my Speedo when I do the dolphin.
Please.
That may be. That'd just probably be good form, Neil, because you'd be making everybody else look bad anyway, is my guess. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if dolphins are, getting off a little bit easy on this whole PR campaign compared to sharks in particular. Give us a call, 888-88-SCUBA. Tell us what you think. We got more coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
People, let me tell you about a friend I know. Got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, and these dolphins, I don't know, it's pretty nutty these stories. Whether
Speaking of which,
right.
we got more than a few voicemails.
What?
Popping up on my screen here. Do you want to answer them? I mean, we normally don't get this many calls.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. Maybe we touched a nerve. Okay, well, let's listen to this first voicemail that just came right through ScubaRadio.com. Is that right,
Yeah.
CJ? All right, well, let's listen to this one. What the hell was that?
Sound like a dolphin.
That was a dolphin, wasn't it? That is very odd.
So.
And you know, what's great about this is we have a new app. Here with all the technology that's out these days. CES just happened and in Las Vegas, and they sent us an app to translate marine signals or marine
language.
Talk. Yeah, from like dolphins. And so
get out of here.
I swear I haven't used this yet, but I think we can fire this this computer up or this little app. Let me press this button here. You got to press the key.
Hey, Greg the Dive Bastard. Ever had the nostrum of a dolphin shoved up your keister?
What?
Come on down here and I'll show ya.
What is that? That's
an angry dolphin?
Yeah. We're getting angry calls from dolphins because they don't like the coverage we're giving them on Scuba Radio right now. What is that
We
all?
pissed off all the humans, and now we're
Oh boy,
moving on to the dolphins.
I don't know what to think of that, Neil. Do you have you ever heard such a thing or no?
I don't know, but I leave it to Scuba Radio to be a first.
Well, there you go. I guess I don't think that was a compliment the way he was
Historical.
saying that. Yeah, you know,
Historical,
technology.
if you can't get hysterical, go for historical.
Okay, we could do that. We could try that. All right, we'll see if we can get back on track.
Weird.
Wait, there's more of these. Is there more of these voicemails? We'll see. Oh, there's another one. Well, what does that mean? We'll have to find out next here on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
But by the way, the water is fine. Why don't you take a little plunge?
The water's fine, yeah. There ain't no telling, baby, what we'll find.
Don't cost nothing.
Put your hand in mine. The water's fine.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Dolphins in the news this week. They're mounting firearms to their nostrils or nostrums or whatever they call them on dolphins. Their noses. We'll go with that. And then they, female dolphins and female humans evidently have the same type of body parts. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but we seem to be getting quite a few voicemails through ScubaRadio.com that appear to come from dolphins.
The first two sounded like dolphins.
Yeah, here's the second one again. All right. So, I mean, I don't know what they're saying, but thank goodness we got this app that translates dolphin language into human language. So let's try, see what they're saying here.
Hey, Greg the Dive Bastard.
What?
You keep talking trash and I'll come up there and beat your ass.
Wow. That is harsh.
That's a threat.
Yeah, they're angry. They're very angry with the coverage we're giving the Dolphins today. Yeah. What, Barry? What?
Bubble Boy was able to translate one of those messages for you.
No, we don't need Bubble Boy. We have an app for that. Didn't you were you listening?
Yeah, I was listening, but he was able to do it by himself without an app.
Really? He's kind of an idiot servant like that. So what?
I'm an
idiot servant.
savant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said, Greg, I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
No, that is not true. They wouldn't bother with that. Here's one. Wow, that's a bit.
Sounds like a fart.
That one's a little. That sounds like he's saying something different. Let's see what it means in human language.
Hey, Greg the Dive Bastard. You are a piece of.
Wow, that is really harsh. Why do they keep saying Greg? He's not saying Greg the Dive Master.
Dive Bastard?
Yeah, dive bastard.
With an M, right?
I don't know what to think of this.
Said you're
Neil,
a piece of excrement.
I don't know if you've ever had any kind of interaction with dolphins like this, but hopefully
don't like
it
you.
hadn't been that harsh, has it?
Not like that. No, fortunately.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Boy, that's some blowback.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, they're a little annoyed with us today. But you know, you
But
can.
It just sounds like guy dolphins are responding. There's no girls.
Yeah, well, good point. Yeah, the girls are like, hey, yeah, come on over, big boy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what.
I don't know, Greg. That last one sounded like Carol Channing.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know what to think of that, but you know, you have dolphin experiences in Bimini, and they're not angry dolphins. They're nice spotted bottlenose dolphins that you can swim with in the wild,
they're
right?
all spotted. The ones that interact are all spotted,
Yeah.
and they, I think they're happy with each other, so they kind of
Keep to themselves. You don't have to worry about them. I mean, they're used to the divers.
I mean, think of it. I mean, they don't have to work. They just swim around and play and have sex. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, who doesn't want to be a dolphin now?
I'm telling you.
Yeah. What, CJ, you don't want to be one?
I do.
Oh, you do want to? Okay, he's volunteering.
I misunderstood the question.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, wait,
He wants to be the one that gets wrangled in.
We got one more voicemail here, I think. Let's see. There's okay. Clicking sounds, typical dolphin stuff. All right, let's hook this up to the computer, see what it sounds like. Human language, what is he saying?
Your show is terrible.
What?
The only good part is when you say pussers.
What?
That is amusing.
Oh.
The rest can suck my blowhole.
Wow. They're not getting any better, Neil.
You know what amazes me the most about this whole thing?
Yeah, what's
the
that,
fact that
TJ?
they use phones.
I know. They're technologically advanced marine mammals.
And they're
for sure.
listening to the radio.
Yeah. Well, all they're doing is swimming around and playing with themselves and having sex and things. So
Well,
what else
they
do
are
they got
bilingual,
to do?
so
Evidently. Okay. Well, did I apologize in advance?
No, not yet.
Okay.
no, never.
All right.
Now would be a good time.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It is kind of what we do sometimes, but we're trying to keep our divers educated to a certain extent. If nothing else, it makes good chatter on the surface interval. Do you think, Neil, or no?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So what has been going on over there in Bimini lately? You guys been cranking.
Man, we're in the peak of the hammerheads, and I mean they're rocking and rolling. The bull sharks are back in. We got the cage dive with the bull sharks that's rocking. Number one son has actually been over on Tiger Beach for almost 2 weeks doing some projects over there, both film shoots and.
Oh wow! Okay.
Our regular tiger shark charters.
Excellent.
So,
Yeah.
doing great.
So yeah, right now we are in hammerhead season there in Bimini, and they're out in full force. What's the biggest hammerhead they've been seeing over there lately? Do you know?
Well, I mean, it's basically the same guys come back every year. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, they got them all named. They know them, but I mean, well, you've done it. They're big guys. I'm telling you.
I mean, they can't get much bigger than what we saw. Well, I guess a couple of years ago when I went over there for a day or two, and we're talking like 14-footers. And they max out at like the biggest great hammerheads. What, been about 18 or so? You think? Or
yeah, 18. But we're getting 14, 16.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just massive and amazing. I mean, they can turn on a dime. They're incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're big, especially when you're swimming. When they're swimming right over you. You might release a little, something into your board shorts. Because they are massive for sure. Are those dolphins chatter? Is that dolphin chatter we hear?
Bahamas is making it easy to get into the country. They're not required a PCR test if you're vaccinated.
Right.
You do have to get a rapid test within 72 hours, but that's not a big deal. You can do that at Walgreens or CVS or just about anywhere.
Right. Well, it's starting, like we said earlier, everybody that we know in the dive industry, this thing, the latest version of the virus has been just like spreading like wildfire. But the good news is I think we're going to be over this in a couple weeks. A lot of the people I know in the industry, Captain Slate, Jeff Terotis, Florida Diving Headquarters had it. And they're all pretty much over it at this point. And so hopefully that's going to be the case for everybody, and we can get back to business and dive in with our favorite fishes, whether they're sharks, dolphins, manatees, whatever the case may be. You think?
Yeah, I think Florida certainly peaked. I don't know about the rest of the country, but I think it's gonna nosedive after this, and hopefully we'll be able to move on with life. Well, Florida has anyhow. We haven't paid too much attention to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little comparison over the left coast. I'm going to fly out there and visit Vinny Two Tanks in California and see exactly how it compares to what we've been experiencing here in Florida. So we'll have a full report for everybody next week in that regard. But yeah, I'm that's what I'm hoping to, and then we can get back to just doing what we love to do, which is go diving. We want to get out there and get wet, right, Neil?
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna try to get over the next week or so. It's been a week over hanging and diving, and looking forward to it.
Okay. And as far as all these stories about these dolphins, this doesn't change your perception of them, or have you always been a little bit more weary of them compared to sharks?
Well, I'm kind of maybe gonna do that again with a different attitude, and
you're going to look twice at that female dolphin that swims by you next time, huh?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Does it change your vibe of dolphins, CJ?
No, they don't bother me.
They don't. Well, I didn't say they bothered you, but are you going to look at them a little differently now that you know that, like, hey, she might have a little something going on down there?
No, not at all.
No? I know Barry's thinking that way. He pretty much said that out loud. His inside voice came out.
No.
Yeah. Yep. That would be.
Go run that through your translator.
He's already using his call to get them in.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, there you go. So, whatever it takes, I guess. Wow. Who is that? That's pretty good. Or is that the voicemails? What is that?
I didn't hit anything.
Barry's mating call.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on exactly, Neil, but it's what happens sometimes on the show. We're glad you're doing well, and thanks for the update, my friend.
You bet, buddy. Let's get wet.
There you go. The Dive God, Mr. Neil Watson. Check him out, or just check out the operation there in Bimini, and you can dive with him or Neil Jr. and have the time of your life.
What's the website again?
Scuba Bimini. Just the dive operation in Bimini.
Yeah, Scuba Bimini. That's it.
There you go. See. Well, you testing me, CJ? Is that what you're doing?
No, I just want the listeners to know.
You're competent attitude like those dolphins.
No, you're
aren't
like,
you?
check them out. I'm like, how? How are they going to check them out?
Yeah, okay. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Oh, hey, Dinesh.
Why are you here? Where's AJ?
Oh, AJ can't come. You wanted him to become certified scuba before the trip, right?
Yeah, so we could scuba, Gabe.
Well, he finished all his check dives last night, but you have to wait 24 hours before you fly, so we decided to trade places.
For the day?
No, for all of it.
Why?
Because it'd be easier?
No.
Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea. Look around, what do you see? I see a jellyfish swimming near me. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Man, I'll tell you what, the phones are on fire. We keep getting these voicemails. And
I think it's a good idea. I guess.
You know, any interaction's better than none, I guess, right? So let's listen. Well, one more. I think it might be another dolphin. Yeah, of course. Wow. Yeah, they seem to get more intense or whatever with each call we get. Let's hook this up to the translator and find out what exactly this dolphin is saying. Type it in. There we go. All right.
I can't believe you lame humans are mammals like us. Really slow and impossibly stupid. You'll never find our hidden underwater cities. And one more thing.
What?
Stop using us as a mascot for that crappy football team in Miami. They suck. It's embarrassing.
Wow. Okay.
Underwater city.
Wow.
Evidently, they know something that we don't.
He just let something out of the bag.
He might have. I don't know what to think of that, but thank God for technology.
And then no fan of the Miami Dolphins.
We would have had no idea what these Dolphins were calling up and bitching about if we didn't have that cool little app, huh?
Now they're just calling us lame and wow.
Yeah. There's that.
Maybe best not to know what they really thought.
Yeah, now that we've heard everything, yeah, I
Dolphins
would
are kind of
agree
dicks.
They can cop a bit of an attitude, possibly, yeah. And they're a little gaseous. So, look, hour 2 of Scuba Radio. We're going to kick it off with Mark Young from the Scuba Show in Long Beach, California. Made a big announcement this week.
One.
You think?
Oh, it's got to be.
Don't set the expectation so high
Can't
there,
be
CJ.
worse.
CJ, is this better than the first show we did for the year?
Why?
I don't remember.
We're aiming for new lows. We're divers, so set the bar as low as possible. That's what we do.
Oh, I see.
We're going for every show that progresses.
We're trying to suck. Okay.
The deeper we go down, the better we are in a sense, in a diving sense.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. Right. You know what? The thing that's tricky about this app, there is actually a hillbilly translator.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, exactly.
Really?
Next time Jerry says something,
we'll be able to understand it.
Well, I don't know. We'll put it into the translator.
It still won't
see.
make sense, but we'll understand the words.
Well, I mean, it'll translate
into English.
His hillbilly jargon and put it into regular speech. Or
That's
maybe
a
it'll
good idea.
translate
I like
it into dolphin. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
We have that to look forward to or avoid, depending on your perspective.
Avoid would be better.
Okay, fair enough. Now, I am going out to see Vinny Two Tanks and a few folks next week.
You're already there.
Excuse me?
You're already there.
Vinny,
show him.
What do you mean?
No, wait, you're already there.
Oh, brother. So Barry has sent a Greg on a stick to Vinny Two Tanks, who he just showed on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live. We apologized in advance. These are the things they do during the week that I have no control over. I only control 2 hours every week
Greg.
on a Saturday.
I still have the original.
Oh my God!
Well, the original, he looks like Kentucky Fried Chicken Man. He looks like Colonel Sanders,
and who was a very handsome man.
Original.
You're right. Yeah.
I kind of like Jerry's better because it doesn't have the googly eyes.
Yeah. Well, okay, fair enough. But just
Hey,
to dispel,
that's how you know you've made it.
Well, true.
When people are
want you on a stick?
Yeah.
Okay. But I just want to put some rumor and innuendo to bed. I want to put it to rest right now, here and now.
Uh-oh.
I am not going out to California next week to smash Vinny Two Tanks' pumpkin head.
Pumpkin is safe.
That is just rumor, and I would never do such a thing. Even if I had the opportunity, I do hope to get my picture taken with his pumpkin. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, you can go out to California and walk down Hollywood Boulevard and hope to run into a big celebrity, or you can be like me and go out there and hope to get your picture taken with Vinny Two Tanks' pumpkin head, face, disturbing looking thing. I don't know what would you call it? What you got a name for him, Vinny? By the way, or her or him? I don't know if it has a sex.
I thought we named it Bucky.
Bucky. I don't know. You got to turn your mic on though, Vinny, for us to know what you're saying.
I prefer Harry.
Okay. What do you name your pumpkin?
Harry.
Oh, okay. Just so we're clear.
I think Greg needs that translator now.
Okay. Harry the pumpkin. That's evidently Harry. There's no hair on your pumpkin, though, is there?
Yes, there is.
There is hair on the top.
Well,
That's what that is?
There's a little bit of a leaf head on top.
A leaf head. Okay. All right.
But Bucky sounds better. Look at those teeth.
See, I decorated the top, of course. See?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I've never really gotten a good close-up view of the top. Yeah.
This is a work of art.
Okay, if you say so. I think it's therapy session. That's where Harry came out of, imaginary friend type thing, and then
Very
he brought
disturbing.
him to life.
Try not to dream about that later.
Oh, it'll be a nightmare or night terror, I think. But I'm going to go face him. Face my terror. Next week in California. Hear all about it. Hour 2 on deck. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, so now what I just heard, blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life. under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, rounding out that part of the crew. I believe we've gotten through all the dolphin voicemails. I think it's finally calmed down, and they've gone on to, well, probably have sex. Because that's what dolphins do, I guess. That's all they do, right, CJ? That's what we learned in Hour 1.
Apparently.
Yeah, they swim around, smile, pose for pictures, and have sex with each other. Who wouldn't want to be a dolphin? Pretty much, I think I speak for everyone in saying that we all would, correct?
See.
Yeah. Okay, and moving on to more productive things and educational possibly as well, is our good buddy Mark Young's on the line from the Scuba Show in Long Beach, California, even though he looks like he's in the Great White North as we speak, because I see him on FaceTime. You can't see this on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Twitch, but it doesn't look like you're in Long Beach, California at the moment. Is that a fair assumption there, Mark, or what?
That's a fair assumption. We had a nice snowstorm this morning.
Okay, well, glad I'm not you. I guess we'll start it out that way, being where in Orlando. Yeah, all right. Well, Jerry is going to be at 1 with Mark. But you do have some big news about the Scuba Show happening this year in May in Long Beach, right, Mark? What's going on?
Yes, sir.
So go ahead. You have the floor. Tell us what's going on.
May 14th and 15th, it's live after a long surface interval.
There you go. After, 2 years now, at least, right?
Yeah, we canceled in 20. It's a 30-year show, 34-year show, canceled in 20 and 21 because they wouldn't let us have it.
Right. And
something having to do with the cold.
Yeah, there's this little viral thing floating around that screwed up everybody. But we're going to get over it. And I think we're through the worst of this thing now. And the Scuba Show made the big announcement that last week that indeed the show will go on as planned for May 14th and 15th at the Long Beach Convention Center, right?
Actually, it's interesting because they opened up Long Beach opened up for big events in last August.
Yeah.
And they stayed open, which is terrific. So there was a big event this last weekend. We are May 14th and 15th. When we canceled the show in 2020, most of our exhibitors had signed up already, and they've moved their exhibits now ahead 2 years. So we've just finished reconfirming everybody. So we're going to have I don't know if it'll be a full house, but it's going to be close.
You know what? I bet you we're going to be pleasantly surprised because, right now, it's kind of nuts. But another couple weeks from now, if we indeed are over the final hump of this friggin' coronavirus, I have a feeling the floodgates are about to open. And, and I was at the Surf Expo in Orlando a couple weeks ago, and, everybody's getting sick right now. But the people that were at that show were excited as beyond unbelief that there was even a show going on. They were just happy to be out. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping by May it's going to be that 10, 20-fold. You think, Mark? What do you feel?
Everything I'm reading, and of course we could all be wrong about this, everything I'm reading says that this is going to rage through the public, burn itself out pretty quick, because that's been the history as it's gone through the different countries.
Right. Exactly.
So mild, apparently, and then just infects everybody and then goes. And so that's what I'm hoping for by May.
I think by the end of January, middle of February, we're going to really start seeing some good signs that we're over this thing finally. That's my prediction. We'll see if it holds. But by May, like I said, we got even a little bit more of a pad and time before the show. I think by then people are going to just be so ready to get out there and, celebrate a show. I mean, the Scuba Show in Long Beach, my favorite consumer dive show in the world. It is, Mark and the crew do such a great job at that show. It is so much fun. And just to hobnob with all the folks in the industry, especially out on the west side of the United States and out in the Pacific, they all come to that show for sure. It's just a great time. And this year, I think the pent-up demand's going to be huge. And, we'll be out there doing the warm-up stuff for people waiting to get in the show. We got a few extra little, tricks up our sleeve that we plan to launch at this particular show. We'll share a little bit more about that as we get closer to the show. But you're excited about finally being able to do the show again, aren't you, Mark?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you talked about pent-up demand, a couple of things of interest. When we canceled the show back in 2020, we had record pre-sales from attendees.
Okay.
And then when we had to cancel, we offered them their money back.
Yeah.
And only 2 people asked for their money back.
How about that?
When we canceled in 2021, we offered the same thing, and only 2 people. And there were $12 tickets. So everybody's excited to get back. But I think the best thing is California is a lot like where you are in Florida. The outdoor stuff is going crazy.
Yeah.
The dive industry in Florida went nuts this last year with people getting out on the water. And the same thing happened in California. Dive stores have had record sales in California. So I think between those two things, we're going to see some pretty good attendance.
Well, I'm going out to California next week for another, a little travel run. And I'm going to kind of compare how Florida is stacking up against California and see if I see a major difference. You're still a little more strict out there in California with the masks and everything, but I don't know. I might be pleasantly surprised. It may not feel so constrictive in that sense.
Well,
I don't know. We'll see.
The other thing they're requiring right now for attendance at events like the convention center is double vaccinations to walk in the door. The thing that doesn't upset me about that is because divers are all vaccinated because you have to be vaccinated to travel anywhere.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
that shouldn't hurt our attendance at all.
No, I don't think it will. Yeah, depending, how you feel about it is one thing, but you're right. If you want to travel, I mean, I'm in that category. I'm all vaccinated, boosted, everything you could possibly imagine, just so I could get out there and travel. So, that's what I'm doing actually next week. So, we'll see how it goes. But it's a positive sign that the show is on. The show is going to happen. I'm very pleased to hear that news. And I know I am not alone. And I can't wait to get out there and celebrate accordingly with everybody. And it's going to be a good time. Matter of fact, the bonus or negative, depending on your perspective, is the weekend of the Scuba Show this year will be my birthday weekend. How about that?
The other reason I'm optimistic about the show is because who's our main act?
Who is your main act?
Yes, who's the opening act at the show?
Are you talking about what we do at Scuba Radio when we open the show?
You.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll put on a little song and dance, do a little tap dance. Maybe even have
Mark,
a mermaid
don't
or
give
two.
him the big head.
There's nothing. There's no big heads. It's just what we do.
Anybody that's skeptical about coming, that'll do it. Right.
Okay, that'll scare them away for sure. But no, we have a great time, and yeah, we just set up there at the entrance of the show, try to send everybody in with a smile on their face by giving away a bunch of stuff. And who knows? Maybe we'll even have Vinny Two Tanks pumpkin on display for everyone to get pictures with. It'd be more. That's a whole thing. He has a pumpkin that he painted at Halloween. It's still alive. It might make it till May, Mark. So you think I'm a draw? Wow. You should see a picture of this thing. Whoa. Anyway,
maybe he'll loan it to you.
Yeah. No, I think
give it away.
Oh, give it away at the Scuba Show? Yeah. Vinny Two Tanks pumpkin.
Have him sign the back of it.
Yeah, it could
be a Sharpie.
We can bring in we can bring in a big marine artist like Weiland or Guy Harvey or something.
Yeah, anybody can do that.
Yeah, but maybe we give away Vinny Two Tanks pumpkin. What do you think of that, Mark?
Well, can they paint on mush?
Well, by then it'll probably be mush because it's it belongs to part of the.
Already painted.
It's a part of the gourd family, so I don't know how long they're supposed to last.
As in out of your gourd.
ScubaShow.com. Check it out and plan to join us in May. Mark, always a pleasure, my friend. See ya. More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Is that amore in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me?
Hi, this is Angela Little, Miss August 1998 Playboy Playmate, and you are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. And here's my close personal friend, Greg, the dive master.
Her octopus has some suction.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Miss Playboy 1998. What do you think she looks like today, CJ?
No idea.
Well, I'm sure she looks amazing. Don't you think?
Who was it?
Miss Playboy 1998.
I don't know who that is. What's her name?
Angela Little. She said that. You weren't paying attention, were you?
No, I didn't even.
How dare you? How dare you?
Why would I?
I don't know. It was an oldie but a goodie. But yeah,
I don't think I've heard that one before.
I
caught the end of it.
We've met some pretty big celebrities over the years, haven't we? Okay. And then there's people like that.
None come to mind.
Oh no! Hey, what about Captain Slate?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And he was one of our first guests on the show like 25 years ago, and here he is today, still with us. Captain Slate, how are you, buddy? What's going on?
Hey, it's great down here in the Keys. We've gotten all kinds of fun weather today. Going to be a little bumpier tomorrow, but we're going to go. I just got off the water.
Yeah.
With a whole boatload of Canadians. They were nice. They were glad to get out of the cold.
Well, I bet. Well, for them, this is like bathtub diving, isn't it? And
And next week, all week, I got Jersey people. They're dying. I mean, they can't get here quick enough.
What is the water temp down there in Tavernier and
It's
Upper Keys?
76, 78. I mean, it's cold to us sissies that dive here all the time, but I'm wearing a 3 mil. Ain't bad.
Yeah, okay. It's refreshing, as we would say, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So Cam Slate, obviously a diving legend in the industry, you just went through your second bout of COVID. Is that right, Cam Slate?
I got it all, man. I got all the badges. Yeah, I got the. I don't know what that first one was called, October a year ago. Didn't even know it.
Yeah.
They called me up from the clinic because I took a test October 2020 so I could help in the voting polls in November last year. And freaking health clinic called me up and said, you're contagious. And I said, oh, my God, for what?
You're like, uh-oh.
And they said, COVID. I said, oh, God, thank God. That's it?
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, in his case, that might be a blessing. I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. So it was like a little taste, loss, smell. And I stayed home for 10 days, and here I am.
Well, then Delta came. Well, that was probably Delta. We don't know. But then this latest one, Omicron, knocked you out for a few days, too. That's what happened?
Actually, like the second. I think it's Saturday, the second.
Yeah.
I was getting a scratchy throat, dry cough, and, listening to the news. I thought, I better get tested. So I went in Monday with a sore throat, and they did the test, said, you are positive again. I went, shit. I mean, shucks.
Yeah. Well, that happened.
So I stayed home for 7 days, and this time I had a sore throat, but I took some of their medicine, and here I am again, back in the water.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that you're back, and it really didn't affect you too much. Is kind of what you're saying, though, right? Either time wasn't too bad.
Tired, and that was about it.
Now you have now you got like super antibodies, like you're a Superman.
Really
he was already Superman.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
So you're back to diving. You guys are full effect. Did it kind of circulate through the whole crew down there? Have you been talking to a lot of people down in the Keys, or what?
Got lucky here. Only Matt got it, our manager. He's home now with it. He'll probably be clear by Tuesday.
Right.
But he got it. But Sky, her crowd, 4 of the girls got it down there, but they're all clear now, just recently.
All right. So everyone's getting it maybe, but, it's kind of like a bad cold. They're getting through it, and everything's fine. And like I said, in a couple weeks, I think we're going to see the back end of this thing. And we can all just focus on the good stuff. Yeah, despite all this, you guys have been doing pretty good down there. I flew down to Key West last Sunday with CJ, and I was shocked how many people were down there in Key West. The place is just packed. And, I mean, is that kind of like the case all throughout the Keys right now?
Yes, that weekend it was busy. It's a little slow right now. You can get good deals on rooms and stuff like that. But I mean, this coming Monday, we got, like I said, we got boats every day all the way through the week.
Yeah.
And then you got spring break just around the corner in February. So hopefully this Omicron and sickness and stuff will be out of the way. Mm-hmm. But what we're seeing now for the first time in 2 years are the foreigners, like this group of Canadians. I haven't seen a group of Canadians down here in 2 years.
Well, okay. And so they've been, I would imagine they were not just excited to go dive in warmer water. They were just excited to get the heck out of their own country. Is that the case?
Oh, absolutely. And Germans are here 2 weeks ago. We did a TV show with one of them.
Yeah.
One of the groups. So, I mean, they're starting to, they're so happy to be able to travel without all that stuff.
Yeah. CJ?
I think that the Canadians prefer to be called hosers.
Which would make sense for, if they're divers too. I bet it's even doubly important for them.
Boatload of hosers.
And the Germans,
Krauts.
I was going to say wieners.
Krauts.
Krauts. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
But whatever it takes. I mean, they're just excited to be out of their home countries and traveling to the good old USA again.
Oh, yeah, we had a couple of Italians on the boat this week, so we're getting them now. They're starting to come from overseas.
Yeah, all right. Well, let them come. We welcome them with open arms and and fins and everything too. So, and the critters have been behaving down there in the Keys and stuff, or what?
Yep. I've been doing good. I got nipped about a month ago, and it's all cleared up. But I go out in the morning to play with them, and And Nikki, who goes with me, she's the second dive shark feeder girl, but she likes to get in and play with eels too. So we'll be doing that tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you have your nurse sharks, you got your barracudas, moray eels. Have you ever done anything with dolphins? In hour one, we were talking about this, a couple stories with dolphins when they're putting, like, I don't know, guns on their noses, and then we find out from this story, the guy has been studying dolphins, find out that the female dolphins have the same kind of nether region parts as a female human. Has that kept you away from working with dolphins before, or are they a little
might
too?
Make me want to start working.
Well, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Better.
I never have. I've seen them, but they won't come in to you. It's a difference over here. When I say over here, this side of the Gulf Stream,
right on the
Atlantic,
United
States, you got the bottlenose dolphin, and they don't really come in. But over in the Bahamas, the spotted dolphin, they just come after you when you're diving to play.
Okay, well,
totally different.
They're used to the divers. That's true.
Yeah.
But generally, they play hard to get, as some females do, I guess, in our world.
Well, speaking of Bahamas, get your calendar out. I think it's the 27th or the 25th, that day after Thanksgiving to December the 2nd, Aquacat.
Oh, he's doing a liveaboard, and maybe we'll have to be on that one. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. You know what? I might have to go on that trip with Captain Slate. We did that years ago on the Aquacat, and it was an amazing thing. I had Captain Slate, Neil Watson. I want to say, was Stuart Cove on that one? We had a bunch of diving celebrities on the trip that week, and it was just...
Can't we go with you?
No, Vinny. He didn't invite you. He invited me. So, no.
You should go.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, it was a great time. I mean, whenever you have the opportunity to dive with those guys.
That's harsh.
It's pretty remarkable stuff.
Get your travel agent
to produce this for us.
Well, he did not specify just for me. So I guess you could go. I don't know. He gave out the dates, so you can do what you want to do there, Vinny. And as soon as, you book it, they may change the week. I don't know. But if you say you're going to bring Harry, maybe that would be your in. I is my guess. Wouldn't you say so, CJ?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say, hey, Harry's coming. Draw. Who's your buddy? Harry. Harry the pumpkin I painted in October of 2021. Still here after all these years. You thought he'd rot away by now. Nope.
Let's see if he floats. I think it would float.
Yeah. Still there's no, just so we're clear, and you can see this on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch, Vinny. If you poke Harry, your pumpkin, there's no squishiness involved. He's still very firm. Yep, he's squeezing the pumpkin, and he's jostling the pumpkin, and these are euphemisms for things that we can't really describe too clearly on the radio. You have to watch them on YouTube and Facebook Live to see for yourself.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Radio. Scuba Radio. I think I got a virus, it's called the corona. This is so much worse than Ebola. It started one day when I took a trip to China. I should have just went to North Carolina. I was just walking around the town, having a good time, till I checked my temperature and it was 105.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Corona has definitely just went through the dive industry like crazy.
Well, you're going to need a new descriptor. I think, you've used the term spreading like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
In the not too distant future, people are going to say, wow, that thing spread like COVID.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I
didn't get the Omicron, so knock on wood, but I might hold out for the next one.
Okay.
There's another one that might be coming down the pike called Another Con.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it here first.
I don't know if you heard that.
I hadn't heard about that, so thanks for that update, CJ.
So watch out for that.
Okay. But it has spread throughout the dive industry. Slate had it. Neil thought he had it. I thought for sure Neil Watson had it.
Nah, but Neil's like the Chuck Norris of the sea.
Well, he had pneumonia or what?
As long as he didn't have pea pneumonia.
Excuse me?
As long as he didn't have pea pneumonia.
Okay.
Trust me, you don't want to compete with Neil in anything physical.
True.
He's got a very good stamina.
Okay. Has Harry the Pumpkin had corona? Vinny, do we know? Has he? Yeah, he's been smiling. And actually, that would explain the expression.
What I really want to know is, does Harry talk to Vinny at night?
Yes.
No.
He never speaks?
Only during the daytime.
The other question is, does Vinny talk to Harry?
He says, kill them.
I talk to my cat.
Well, that's normal.
So the cat translates for you and your pumpkin, maybe.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, but yeah, Corona has made people do crazy things. And I don't think Vinny's been infected, even though you might think he has from the discussions we have with him. But Captain Cocktail, Jeff Terode at South Florida Diving Headquarters. Do we have him? Do we get him on the line? Yo,
yeah, I'm here.
There he is. He is there. Okay.
I'm still alive. Don't shovel the dirt yet.
Well, Jeff has had.
Not funny. I mean, but
it's hilarious. No, it's not. No, at least you're still kicking. You've had a pretty good little whacking lately of this coronavirus.
Yeah, but before I get into that, you guys were just talking about the evolution of Omicron. Well, the last one's going to be it's a con.
Yes. Okay. We'll go with that. But it's whatever con you get. We don't wish this upon anyone. Jeff.
No, I especially don't.
Yeah. You have dealt with this the last couple weeks, and it's lingering with you, but you're getting through it okay, right? even though you haven't kicked
I
it.
had at least 2 vaccines. I hadn't got the booster yet, but yeah, it jumped on me pretty good. I will admit. So
Well,
I'm about out of it. I haven't tested yet today. I was positive again yesterday for day like 13, but hopefully day 14 will do the magic.
well, we called Jeff Turow from South Florida Diving Headquarters Captain Cocktail, but we might have to call him Captain Corona. Because
same difference.
Yeah, maybe
same difference.
But
I drink that too.
But I know you're at the end of this thing, so you're happy that you're getting through it like everybody else, and then then we can start fresh and get everybody through this nonsense and get back to diving, which is what it's all about, right?
You wouldn't know there was a pandemic today because I tell you the boats are crowded. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Well, that's good. That's what Captain Slate was telling us too. I'm starting to wonder though, did the dive industry all get together and kind of blow on each other or something? And because it's just like spread through the dive industry in particular really strong the last couple weeks. But I think that's just maybe a microcosm of the general population, maybe.
He spread through the industry. I mean, Pompano put out a thing, and it was 30% of the residents had contracted it.
Really? Okay. Well, it doesn't take much then. But yeah, we're getting it in the rear view mirror.
And tourists and everything else. So.
Yeah. How did it affect business? Did it really affect you guys at all in South Florida diving much in Pompano?
The biggest problem we have is staffing because you got guys out sick, and then you got to cancel a boat because you don't have enough crew. But we're kind of lucky. Most of my guys got through it. I wasn't so fortunate, but I think Brad and I were the only 2 that got it.
Okay.
So,
well,
we got it at the same time and ending at the same time. So, it's pretty funny.
Well, okay. Well, it's you might as well, like I said, get it over with. You don't want to be that poor sap that has never had it yet. And he's like, walking on eggshells, like, oh God.
I haven't had it yet, Greg.
I'll just put this out there. If you're not vaccinated, you better be careful. And if you have pre-existing conditions, just be careful.
Yeah,
and lucky.
And Jerry, Jerry illustrates the point. Nobody wants to be him. So,
and that's stop this. We should be saying stop the spread. I think that's the new thing. Stop the spread. Let's just stop the spread.
Yeah, okay.
I like that idea.
Yeah, that's worked out really well. So
drink more moonshine.
Drink more moonshine. I got moonshine.
I
got
bet
a
you
neighbor
do.
down the street. Next time Jerry's in town, I got to introduce him because he's got him a little. I probably shouldn't say this on air, but let's just say he knows the recipe.
Well, Jerry considers that liquid vaccine. Okay, so
it's free water.
Liquid vaccine. That's what
liquid vaccine.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, Jeff, what about the clientele? Slate was telling us that he has seen a major influx of international divers recently. Have you seen that in Pompano too?
Yeah, Latin America, China. I mean, a lot of
China.
Yeah. Well,
that's fine. Yeah.
No, I mean it's a lot of people from overseas coming in and diving. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and locals. The locals are diving too.
All right. Well, that's
this
good.
This time of the year, they put their gear up because if the water drops 1 degree, they can't handle it.
Yeah. Well, you're saying down in the Keys, 76. What are you guys seeing off the east coast of Florida right now?
We're about 75. We're probably just a degree colder than he is. Yeah.
Well, that's like another inch of shrinkage. I think that's on the temperature scale. I believe that's how it translates. I might have to get our dolphin translator out for that, but that's a different app, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah, you should. You should indeed. So, all right. So you guys are just you're just working. You guys got your staff back, and you're getting back in the groove, and just you guys are diving almost every day, though, right?
Yeah, I mean the conditions today were fantastic, but we're supposed to get a little wind maybe tomorrow, so we'll see. But
all right.
Better than the damn snow.
Morning.
Yeah. All right.
Well, this is true. I heard the Buffalo New England game is going to be 4 degrees. I think I'd rather be diving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, yeah. Jerry's not up that far north, but he's. You got snow, Jerry?
No, they're calling for winter warnings now. So
so tomorrow you might have
anywhere from 4 to 12 inches right now.
Really? Well, tomorrow get your gear on, go out there in the snow and dive in it, and take pictures. Put it on Facebook. It'll go viral. You'll be everybody will be so jealous.
He have to convert his weed eater into a snowblower.
Okay. I think you ought to do it, Jerry. Go diving in the snow.
Jerry the snowman.
Hey, there's something there that you probably want to avoid. But
get your John Deere tractor out there and push the snow out all
that. All right, we can look into that. All right, well, Jeff, thanks for the update, bud. I'm glad you're on the mend.
Man.
And
good. And Happy New Year to all you guys. I don't know. I hadn't talked to you.
You got it. So, that's
we'll get through this first part. We're on to the next.
I figured we had to avoid Captain Corona for a while and let him recover.
There you go. Yeah. A lot of people have said the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why they're running from me when I'm coming, but
hopefully I'll be down before long to see Captain Cocktail.
No, he's Captain Corona, Jerry. So
no, I want to see Captain Cocktail. He's my only drinking buddy. Greg.
All right, well maybe.
Yeah, we'll go down the street to my buddy's house.
Yeah, Jerry will bring down some of his liquid vaccine.
Bring yours, and he'll bring his, and we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll have a shine off.
You guys are going to get inoculated.
We'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jeff. Take care, my friend.
Hey, thanks for calling, guys.
There you go. SouthFloridaDiving.com is the website you can go to and book a trip with South Florida Diving Headquarters. Great operation there in Pompano Beach. Awesome. And just ask them and say, I would prefer to be on the other boat than the one Jeff's on, at least today. He's right at the tail end. I think he just did his last test yesterday and was still positive, so he was a little annoyed. But he seems like he's in good spirits and recovering well, so another day or two he'll be good to go. And back to Captain Cocktail as opposed to Captain Corona. And we wish him the best. All right, more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a ScubaRadio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive. Dad, what are you doing in there?
I look these fish right in the eye, and they look back at me, and they see right through me. They know who I am, these fish.
Come on, baby, and do the fish. I'm gonna teach it to you right. Come on, baby, just like this. We're gonna do the fish tonight. Now sing it. Do the fish, do the fish. Come on, come on. Do the fish, do the fish. Let me show you.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Are you doing the fish? You should be. That'd just make you feel more connected with what we are, talking about today. Don't you think?
I think doing the fish is illegal, Greg.
It depends on the dolphin you speak to. It could be considered foreplay in their part of the world. What do you mean?
How dare you?
I speak the truth. If you're crazy. Anyway, there are some pretty cool things happening on the horizon. Next week, I will be reporting back after my trip to the left coast. And I mentioned we're going to go out there and, I don't know, maybe we need to interview Harry the Pumpkin, Vinny Two Tank's piece of art. It's like a sculpture. It's I don't know what it is, actually. It's other than disturbing. It's hard to describe. You can see it on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. But I'm going to experience it, I believe, in person. And we are going to conduct a little experiment on it. I've been saving this to the very end of the show.
Really?
It's kind of like bonus material at the end of a broadcast.
What are you doing?
So we're going to go out there to the West Coast, hang out with Vinny Two Tanks, Tutu Tom, and Diver Dennis, and I. So the four of us are going to go meet Chef Anton. And next week we're going to...
He's going to cook the pumpkin?
Well, I don't know if that's part of the process, but we're going to visit the Magic Castle. And
You're going to drop mushrooms?
Well, we're going to bring Harry the Pumpkin to the Magic Castle, where magic happens, obviously.
Magic Hassle?
The Magic Castle.
The Magic Dragon going to be there?
And we're going to...
Why would you want to go to anywhere called the Magic Hassle?
No, it's the Magic Castle. It's a famous landmark in Hollywood, California. And we're going to go there and,
they do like magic tricks?
They have nightly seances, to like bring back the spirit of Houdini.
Which is
and all.
complete crap. Okay.
Wrong!
Keep going.
Hey,
don't you believe in magic?
I have to wear a suit and tie to go to that.
That's right. This is a very formal thing. You got to wear a suit and tie.
That's why they call it the Magic Castle.
It's Magic Castle, you big dummy. And you're just jealous.
Magic Hassle.
But we're going to bring, I think we ought to bring Harry the Pumpkin to the Magic Castle and see if we can turn him into a real boy.
That's totally different.
What do you mean?
It's going to be disturbing.
It's magic.
Isn't the pumpkin what, like Cinderella's coach? Isn't that what she rode to the ball in?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
That's what pumpkins are. Pumpkins don't turn into boys.
Well, I mean, but
You're
generally...
thinking of Pinocchio.
Well,
You're
yeah,
thinking
but,
of like a puppet.
Yeah, but pumpkins...
Maybe some magician can turn it into a fish for us, or a scuba tank.
Well, that doesn't look like a fish.
Yeah, I just want a dolphin.
Well, and as far as Cinderella's, coach or whatever that was turned into from a pumpkin. I mean, this is Harry the Pumpkin. There's a face on this pumpkin, CJ, so it has to be, I mean, who are you channeling when you drew the face on this pumpkin, Vinny? Who are you hoping this would become?
I've never been, I was a kid. I never wanted to take. I didn't like art class. I was never artsy fartsy.
Well, I would have never guessed from that piece of art.
I know who he was
He
channeling.
wasn't arty, but he was fartsy.
But
I know who he's channeling.
Really? Who, CJ?
He was channeling someone with
COVID and stuff, and I just happened to,
Yeah. I mean, obviously the whoever you were channeling has dental issues,
He was channeling someone with a broken hand.
Actually, I do have dental issues. That's probably one of the things on my mind. Yeah.
Or were you thinking
And
of
a
somebody
lazy eye.
from the UK or something with teeth issues or something? I don't know. Yeah.
All I know is that
there's two lazy eyes, right?
at this where I created this pumpkin.
Yeah.
I thought it looked bad, but a lot of people liked mine.
Looked like someone that just went 3 rounds with Mike Tyson.
Don't take this the wrong way. I think your artwork is amazing. I've never seen anything quite like it. And
It's definitely unique.
And
That
art
just
is
didn't want to hurt his feelings.
art is in the eyes of the beholder, or in this case, the blind. No, I'm joking. I think it's amazing. I do.
So mean.
And I think we ought to
don't
know.
hurt his feelings.
Let's see you
Come
paint
on.
something.
No, I'm not. I'm serious. Let's take it to the Magic Castle and see if we can turn it into a little boy or a companion or whatever
He
you
ain't
want
gonna
to.
do. He ain't gonna let you have nothing to do with it now.
He's going to hide that damn pumpkin.
Wrong.
You're going to show up, he's going to be like, it's gone.
Yeah, but these are the kind of things you can do on your surface interval. You can check out your friends.
I think you need to
pumpkins.
make him a friend.
Who? Vinny?
I think Vinny needs to paint another one.
Oh.
Make a whole family of them.
Well, that's true. I mean, Harry could have, Harry's probably lonely.
Mrs.
Vinny, have you thought about
Pumpkinhead.
that? Make a Harriet, maybe?
Baldy.
Maybe you need to make Harriet. And I would start, instead of a pumpkin, try a zucchini. Or a gourd. Keep it in the same, vegetable family.
Call him Gordon.
Butternut squash.
Gordon the
Okay.
Gourd.
Well, no, I mean, it would be a female, wouldn't it? Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's California.
Baldy locks or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. You have your assignment there, Vinny. And we'll come out there and try to document it a little bit for the show next week.
If you can't find a pumpkin, paint a potato.
Every year there's a senior pumpkin painting contest for seniors.
Okay. All right. Wow. Someone really needs to go diving because they got way too much time on their hands. All right. Well, anyway, that's how we'll wrap up this show. I told you I saved the worst for last or the
Save
best for
something for
last.
last.
Yeah, I forget. Anyway, that'll do it. Till next time, remember, it's always better where, gang?
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.